your mind, open 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 your mind.
century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man's.
On October 30th, 1938, the Mercury Radio Network interrupts the music of Ramon Raquello and his orchestra from the Park Plaza Hotel of New York City for a special news bulletin. The infamous War of the Worlds broadcast begins with its terrifyingly real description of an invasion from Mars. And before the night is out, 1 million people will run panicked into the streets.
I'm extremely surprised to learn that a story which has become familiar to children through the medium of comic strips.
After what has been a closely guarded secret for nearly 50 years, Orson Welles' original broadcast turns out to be no mere show business stunt.
Should have had such an immediate and profound effect upon radio listeners.
But instead was a complex psychological warfare test conducted by C.D. Jackson for the Rockefeller Foundation. When the results are compiled nearly 2 years later, they are released to an elite whose names most men will not speak of over a whisper. Among them groups like the Bilderbergers, Trilateral Commission, CFR, and the Federal Reserve.
C.D. Jackson was the equivalent of being the head of the National Security Council in the White House under Eisenhower. He was the chief of psychological warfare.
The breakthrough discovery that the War of the Worlds broadcast was actually a psychological warfare test is key to understanding why experts believe that the Federal Reserve, the Bilderbergers, and other closed exclusive elite groups are pulling the strings that control our societies.
Well, it's a fraternity. They have a common objective, and this common objective is to maintain control.
But especially want to express my appreciation being here today with David Rockefeller. I've known David for many years, and as the founding member of the council, he's rendered yeoman duty to the nation. Family has a long history of strengthening the bonds of friendship throughout the Western Hemisphere, and of course my predecessor, Nelson Rockefeller, served as Assistant Secretary of State for Latin America in this department back in the 1940s. In organizing the council in 1965, David and his colleagues were among the first to grasp the enormous consequences and possibilities for the economic and political progress throughout the Americas. In the 37 years since then, many of those possibilities have been realized. In 1965, Latin America had very few free market economies and only a handful of democracies. To pursue a free trade agreement with the nations of Central America. Success here will further strengthen our economic ties with those countries and reinforce the economic and political progress they've made over the last decade. Free trade with Central America will also move us toward an even broader aim, a free trade area of the Americas, up and running by January of 2005. The President is strongly committed to this goal, and all of our trade efforts are pointed in this direction. The Council of the Americas has been crucial in bringing us to this moment, and I know that we can count on your wisdom and your commitment in completing the great work that lies ahead. Thank you very much.
Mr. Vice President, on behalf of all of us here, I'd like to express a word of thanks to you. In a time of trepidation and confusion, you have responded with confidence and clarity. The administration's leadership has inspired us all. Your own calm has been our comfort. Your conviction, our compass, and your resolve, our strength. When we are able to go about our business here in the Americas and around the world with confidence and security, it's because we know the strength of this government stands behind us. For that and for all your other contributions, we thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking the Vice Presidents of the United States for being here. Thank you for being here.